We're doing it live.
Welcome to the 2OFFTHE1ST podcast. You are here with me, James, the other boys, Reese and Benny. How are we, boys?
Hello.
Ben Dangles.
Oh, absolutely awesome.
Welcome back, Reese.
I know.
You were missed last week.
Yeah.
I think it was a pretty delightful, delightfully run podcast. It was way less organised. But, we learned some things about ourselves. Ben, I think from being thrown in the fire, all of a sudden got really good at using technology. So
I'm now the Phoenix.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, come out of fire. Yep.
I was on fire. Yeah.
Wordplay. Yep.
Yep.
I was just a comrade before.
Just a whole new level of growth. It was great.
How was your trip? Like all in all, out of 10, Reese?
I give it a 9.9.
That's not much root. That's really good.
It's like a 0.1% in wiggle room to make it even better. If you guys were there, it would have been 10.
No.
I reckon it would have 3.
I think it would have dropped off a bit.
Laying it on thick. Oh, bro,
it's good to know that you consider us to make your life 0.001% better.
Oh,
glass half empty.
Dude, I was trying to be nice, and you just took it away from me.
Look, a little bit to discuss this week. Pretty relaxed podcast. We're going to be talking about Ken Climo's floppy disks.
We can still see Benny's shared screen up. There we go.
I was looking at the camera the whole time. I wasn't even watching. Yeah.
Let's put the chat here as well.
We will be discussing the Champions Cup, bit of Vic Open discussions as well.
And what about the bloke down under going on the pro tour?
Yeah, Dave Perry.
Oh, he said he was doing it. Hey, they had a post up
on there. Should we start with that?
So where is he?
Well, he's obviously in wherever Champions Cup is held.
Oh, so he's there. That's right, because he got the invitation for that.
And if I do a screen share right now, I can
go. It's crazy. It's crazy what happens in 2 weeks, Grace.
Oh, technology! Look at him go.
Can you see that?
No,
not yet.
Not at all.
Right. Let me just reshare this on.
I can do it for you.
No, I'm learning.
Okay, you learn. You do learning things.
Okay. Can you see it? Can you see it now?
Can. Yeah, even better.
Dave Perry, 7:30, which is in 10 hours and 53 minutes. We'll be on a card with maybe Ezra.
Oh, Linus. He actually knows Linus because he played against Linus in Mundaring, Perth.
I just want to clarify that it's pronounced Linus.
Is it? I'm pretty sure it's Linus, isn't
it? Did you live in Sweden?
No, but I'd interviewed the guy, so if I said his
name wrong the entire time.
Dude, I did say this guy's name wrong for 3 hours in the Worlds when I was commentating for the Worlds. His name was Knut,
Yeah.
And everyone was trolling me for 3 hours on the cast. Even Estonians and the Finnish who were in the chat the whole time were trolling me. And then I heard one of his card mates 2 hours in say his name live, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. And everyone started laughing.
We calling him Nut?
Yeah, I did for a bit. I did. Knut, Nut. I was calling him all sorts of things. Everyone kept telling me the pronunciation was wrong. So, but yeah, Linus then.
Yeah, but
all right. So
good on him. That's sick. Good to see an Australian flag there in the lineup.
So is he with Ezra? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, Ezra.
7:30.
David and Kyle Klein. That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
No, he's not with Kyle Klein. Kyle Klein's in the 7:40.
Oh yeah, James Proctor, Ezra. Okay, sick. Even to do that, like just to play with those pros.
Oh, huge.
At a minimum is sick. Like,
yeah.
How cool is that?
Well, I hope he does well. Good luck, Dave, if you're listening to this, which I don't think you are.
No.
But good luck, mate. We're all supportive of you, and we hope you do really well.
Nice,
mate. Yeah, definitely, I agree. It would be 10 p.m. for him right now, I think, based on those calculations, if I did it correctly in my head. Don't do English well, but math sometimes checks out.
Nice. Reese, I believe you got a delivery this week.
Ken's floppy disks.
You got old man Ken Climo's floppy disks.
Yeah, I wanted to bring them on the channel just quickly because I know they're made by Discraft, and I don't know if anyone else in Australia has any of these yet, because I think he's releasing them for the public in like 4 days' time, which I have to prep myself for as well. But these are the new discs, right? And they're made by Discraft. So this ESP-ish plastic, and then you've also got your Z plastic. However, it feels very, very different, and they're floppy. They're so floppy. They're like...
Is that because it's super pop-toppy, or is it like
it's not pop-toppy? No, it's not pop-toppy.
Yeah,
it's just the feel of all of
So is it... So you got gummy, right? Is it beyond gummy?
It's I wouldn't say... This is not bad. It actually feels nice in terms of floppiness, and I'm not a flex guy. Like, I hate ESP and Z Flex. It's not me at all. But like, you can see, like, especially the top of the flight plate, even if I push down soft, like it just so soft there. And all of them, every different plastic, like even the mids, like every single one of them, like all of them. So I'm interested to see what people think of them. He's designed all of them for beginners, so maybe that was.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like, because I think as well, I do believe I saw around where Gossage, Ada Hold, and maybe it was AB. They played around with the discs, and it did seem like they were flipping the heck out of most of them.
Yep. I think they are. They feel the molds themselves feel flippy, like that. I put that in my hand, and the parting line's quite low, so I definitely feel like they're going to be flippy anyway. So maybe the floppiness was a design feature. It's definitely not normal ESP and normal Z. That he's designed something in it with Discraft to be a little bit different.
How old's Ken Climo now?
I think I'm going to throw it out there. I think 57.
So he's not that old.
No.
Okay, because I was going to say usually after a certain age you're not as stiff anyway. So I don't know if that has something to do with the discs.
Some would say you get stiffer, right? Like rider strength.
No, you need help sometimes.
What, medically?
Yeah.
Go on, Ben.
Is there a blue pill in the box?
Yeah, explain it.
I don't know. I'm not that age yet.
Okay.
Reese and I both grew up with strong Christian values and stuff, so like we don't actually know if you're talking about anything like, untowards. We wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I need more context, Ben.
Yeah.
What are you talking?
Is there anyone out there on the text line that maybe be suffering from limp disc disease?
Oh my gosh.
How are you going to keep the ball rolling?
Oh no.
I do feel like though, like I mean, it makes sense. Like for the demographic that he's in. Like, don't get me wrong, Ken Climo would probably still smoke absolutely every single one of those.
Did you see the video with him and Yuli recently?
No.
They made a video and it was on Yuli's podcast, and he was absolutely smoking Yuli. He got like birdied the first 7 holes, and Yuli was shocked. Like,
that's crazy. Well, I think
with his flop dogs.
Was it with his flop dogs?
It was some of them, and then Discraft as well. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's made discs like, and again, like there's a really, I guess the OGs of the golf are an aging population and making discs that work well for them.
You got it, babe. You got it. I was trying to make Ben as awkward as possible. It worked then.
So run us through the molds. What's he got?
It's 4 molds. 4, I think. So let me just get them. So you got the Champ, his putter. It feels like one of his JK ABRs. No, the KC ABRs, dude. It feels exactly like it.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then we got a prototype driver, which is called the Osprey. This one feels like a 7 to 9 speed flippy boy. Then you got the Bel Air, which feels like a buzz with a bead. So buzz on the top and then like a rock on the bottom. So he's basically remaking his interval lineup.
That is very close to Bell End, by the way.
Bell End.
And we're talking about things being floppy, but anyway.
Yeah. And then we've got the Skyway. And this is his main 11 speed. That's, I think, all the ones. Yeah, that's it. It was 4 discs. And I believe they're all, which I actually really like, the fact that he's made discs that are suited for the beginners. There's not many companies out there doing it. I don't know if that was the original intention of it, but I like it. It's kind of weird because him being a 12-time champion, you would think people would associate him with pro discs, not like beginner discs. But
yeah. Well, I think. Do you think that secretly he's made not beginner discs, but like retiree discs?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that to be funny. Like again, there's an aging population in disc golf. Like, you know.
Let me just say this, right? So this kind of, I understand what you're saying, but when we watched him on Yuli's podcast, it was like hole 1 or 2. It was like 127 meters, and his first throw, he chains out,
throwing like underweight discs or whatever, right?
Oh, maybe, but still, dude, the guy's 57 and throwing 127 and chaining out, like 127 and chaining out, like So the guy himself, he can still throw quite far, like even at his age. So I'm not too sure if he's looking at his age group and thinking, you know, I am going to make discs for my age group, or he's just, or all of the discs that he's made, he's just kind of, because to me, it all feels like remade. I don't want to. I hope he's not listening, but he's remaking Innova. This feels like a rock. He's got like a KC Pro AVR. There's a driver in there. He's definitely doing something. So
yeah,
I don't know. I like them though. They feel great. Like the floppiness of the plastic. I don't like floppy.
This is the one.
Go on, bed.
So not many people do push and rope. But anyway, let's continue.
Okay.
I lost my point on that one. Thanks, Ben.
There's one thing that we might as well segue to, something that Jomez put up in a podcast, in a post. In a post. Can you just wait a second? What do you want? Oh my gosh. Come say hi then. Go on. Okay. Don't. Go on, Bubba.
I'm just going to say g'day to Jack Maffey and Kieran Goldsey
Yeah. Hey,
for
boys.
coming on because Jack Murphy, it's probably pretty late for you. So well done for coming on. Just saying.
Jack likes stiff plastic. He likes a stiff kind of guy, he says.
I wouldn't put it past him.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. The guy's a sexy beast.
I met him for 30 seconds once, and I kind of knew that about him already.
That's all you need for most of the time with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to get over to New Zealand and do a little trip.
Oh yeah.
Hey, completely unrelated, Maffey. If I go over to New Zealand, what part of New Zealand would I need to land in to get the most disc golf per capita for like decent courses?
He's a southern dude. He's gonna.
Is he going to be biased? You can't be biased.
I don't think so. I think the southern courses are the better courses. So
yeah.
I'd love a little trip with Maffey.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to land for disc golf, Maffey?
He's not going to reply straight away. He doesn't have a microphone. Just letting you know.
Oh yeah, true. I remember that from last time.
You have to go. Oh, he's going to say go to Christchurch.
Yeah.
No, you never heard of Chucha in New Zealand?
Is that like the cha-cha? But
No, Chucha. You gotta say it with the accent. It makes more sense if you do the accent.
I'm very anti-Chucha. What? Oh god! All right. What I was saying earlier was was just Jomez put out a post saying, "What was the one thing you wish you knew when you started playing disc golf?" I'm going to throw it out to you, Ben. What was the one thing that you wish you knew when you first started playing disc golf that you know now, like after playing for a long time?
I don't know. That's kind of a question I can't answer because I just don't know.
All right, Dabby.
Yeah, pushing it over to Dabby.
You have a think, Ben.
So when I first got taught how to play, and for those who know me, you know that I love to drop the fact that I first started playing when I lived in Sweden.
Sweden, yep.
I don't, rarely mention it. But I was lucky enough to be around like a lot of really good players. And they said to me from the start, like, just if you can commit to it, just throw putters. Throw putters only for like the first, however long you can handle just throwing putters. And obviously, like, I got over that pretty quick because I just wanted to throw drivers and I wanted to throw things really far and shot shape and whatever. But I think if I'd stuck out throwing like purely putters and concentrating on like putter throwing form more, my game would be a bit purer. Like, I mean, I think I'm already happy with it. Like, I'm at a point now where half the time I can throw my maiden as far as I can throw like most of my fairways and drivers and stuff.
Feel you on that.
Yeah. It's disgusting, really.
Benny hates it. But like, yeah, I think I would kind of stick to that more, and I would have given up all those years of like forcing myself into like flippier drivers and whatever, and that I did, and just tried to be more of a purist, I guess. Yeah,
for sure. Ben? No?
No, I think I pretty much nailed it. Start putting as early as you can and stick with putting. And I think
putting, yeah, if there is people out here watching this and you're just early to disc golf, putting's by far the most. It's where you're going to make the most.
Putt all the time. Yeah. There's guys, man. Like, and you guys might be able to echo this. I've played tournaments with guys.
I've played tournaments with guys.
Yeah. You done that too? Yeah, that's it. That's all I had to say. I played tournaments with guys who like my ego's there, and I'm like, man, I throw way better than this guy, but he equals or betters my score because he putts like a G.
Yeah,
I hate that with a vengeance. Like, I'm pure in shots, and then I get to the end of the round, and he's just there with me because he banged every putt that I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're like falling short on the green, but just smashing putts in, and you're like, how am I going to keep up with this guy, even though I'm throwing better shots than him? I know exactly that feeling. I think I think most people out there will agree that putting is their shortfall. I think that's a very similar statement for most people. Something different from what you said, Dabby. I actually threw putters early. Like, I luckily had Dave Bandy as kind of my early mentor in disc golf, and he mentioned that early on, and I threw putters for a very long time. I think what I wish I had that that a lot of kids have now is access to form videos. Because these days, if you start disc golf, there's kids these days who are literally just emulating people's throw, and not just for the looks of it, but they're actually the performance of it is just crisp.
Dude, I saw a video with Cole Riddallen who did this exact same thing where he was like,
they all said it.
He was like, oh yeah, my last season I did this, but this season I'm trying to pick up. It was like something to do with Drew Gibson's form. He's like, Drew Gibson does this thing with his form, and like obviously he hasn't got all the levers like everyone else, but he cranks it. So I've input a bit of this, and now it's changing my game.
It's crazy, right?
Oh,
and
man,
if you've been playing like 10 plus years, it's so difficult to change your form. And I did that. So I used to hold my disc. I went through a period just before, probably just before COVID, where I was like throwing. This is how I used to throw my disc, right? And then I realized I needed to move to a full power grip to get an extra, 10, 20, 30 meters. So I had to change, and I'd been throwing like this for 5 or 6 years, and to change to that took, I would say, maybe 6 to 8 months on a field through COVID with a box of secondhand discs that I got because keeping for the shop, and just yanking them one after another for hours and doing it 2-3 times a week for months until I progressed to a full power grip. And to change any type of your form once you've been playing for 10 years, it's so difficult. And if I wish I had those form videos out there when I was younger, when I was playing younger, that you could just emulate early on while you're just absorbing all this information. Like once your muscle memory's there, it's so hard to get away from.
Yeah. That is a big thing too. I think one thing that helped me kind of elevate my game a lot was just filming myself in slow-mo and then running the form along.
I was doing that
forms and stuff. Also, one thing that came into my head when you showed me that too, I don't know if you consider this gross or not. I only throw with a power grip.
Yeah, no.
Everything.
Okay, so
upshots, everything.
I was like that for a long time after I got that. So it was very, very much this for a long time until I realized I could move back to kind of like a half. So instead of that, it was like a half fan. It's kind of like this. And I do that now only for putters between putters and mid ranges for a certain distance.
Yeah.
The rest of it is all just like that. So if I'm trying to throw a mid like 100 meters, it's like full power grip.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to throw it like 50 to 60 meters, it's kind of like fanned.
I can't throw. I'm the same with Dabby. I cannot throw a fan grip. It doesn't.
Feels weird.
It doesn't go as accurate as everyone says it does. Like I just throw the power grip and get used to it. Like if anything, I flatten my fingers out. Like instead of going under, I just flatten them.
So what, like more like kind of like that?
No, still do the power grip, but
like this instead of like that.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question to put to the chat. Has anyone got any like little weird formy grip things that they do that people kind of might ick a bit?
Yeah, like if you ever look at, there was a lot of things early on what I was trying to figure out when I was doing this because there wasn't form videos out there. I was slowing down videos of Macbeth, Ricky, Eagle, stuff like that, and trying to figure out where the thumb was, right? Macbeth does this. He pushes down with the index of his thumb hard like that.
Like here.
Dude, it's like he pushes down with the top of his thumb. And then Eagle is more like the flat ball of his thumb. Yeah, and I was trying to figure out for ages what was good. They're all different. Everyone's different. And then some people's power grip is like that, Ben, and some people's like full curled in, like where they're like it's like that. I don't know if anything's right or wrong. Really, I think throwing a disc.
For me, it's more like getting that nose down. Like I change my fingers around to see if the disc can point down better.
Well, they say they say to get the nose down, you push down more with your thumb.
Yeah, flat wrist it.
You push down.
But the tighter I push down with my fingers, the less wrist action I get stiff. If I have a looser grip, I get that wrist cock.
Sidebar, another little weird thing that people might find strange is when I throw forehands, I use split grip.
Oh, split grip, do you? I actually don't know anyone who does that, and I've tried it, and it just.
I think because I grew up playing like really competitive tennis, used to be like a tennis coach and stuff. I think I get so much torque like on my forehands that every single time I try and throw something, it just flips every single time. When I went back to when I went to split grip, it's the only time I was able to actually start throwing clean forehands.
I'm exactly like you. The amount of torque that comes out of my, I don't know if it's spin, but it's definitely torque because when I throw, I get such a large snap.
Yeah,
but I'm stacked. So I have to get soup. All my forehand discs are really overstable. They're like Nuke OS's, Raptors, like zones. I can only throw overstable forehands. I don't have the touch to be out. I'm learning it just to like kind of get the flippy forehands. I can never understand how people do that. Like,
oh man, watching forehand gods is like it doesn't click in my brain.
Where they're like, oh, I'm gonna get something flippy and then have it turn. I'm like, nah, I'm just straight hyzer.
Mind you, actually, Benny will account for this. There was a period of time where like for the longest time I could not throw forehands, and then it was around the time we hosted the tournament like 2 years ago, and I just turned around to everyone. I was like, guys, something clicked, and I'm a forehand guy now.
I'll tell you.
And they're all like, bullshit.
Was it one disc? I've talked to a lot of people about this because when I get people coming to the store and I talk to them about forehanding, everyone's like, oh, I can't figure it out, and then they like, I figured it out, and it was always like they find the one disc that felt comfortable out of their hand, and then from there they can progress the learning to other discs.
Yeah, that would have been a felon for me then.
Yeah. No, I was going to ask you, was it some overstable fairway? Because that's what I usually hear. It's a Raptor, it's a Firebird, or a Felon is the common.
Yeah. It has to be stable for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I found actually too in my first kind of learning how to forehand that was like way more difficult of a disc to throw than I thought it would be? It was harps. Harps on like the forehands, I would think that they're more like torque resistant.
Yeah.
But like, again, I would just flip them like crazy.
Dude, I don't know if you're the same, but I can't throw. I'm learning them, and I'm still learning them at this day. Is that I can't throw anything forehand that's slower than 7.
Yeah. Or the only thing that I can is like an anvil. It's like an super overstable mid, and like just yoink on it.
Here's something that's going to flip the script a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't forehand drivers. I can forehand.
Oh, so the opposite.
I can do putters and mids better than I can do drivers. I pick up a driver and it just turns to dog.
Do you release everything high? Because I find that if I'm trying to throw a forehand approach, my release point's a bit higher and it's more of like almost like an ultimately sort of like flick shot. But if I'm throwing a drive, I'm like right down here.
Okay.
Ben, we just get better. I think I'm better than you, mate.
He's talking to Jack.
He's talking to Jack, though.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah. Oh, he's calling you out, Jack. He's calling you out.
Oh no, I gotta Jack and I are gonna do a little forehand workshop. That's nuts, and it's because it is.
Well, you just did.
Yeah, gonna teach him the old split grip.
Oh, split grip. The foundation boys did a thing, split grip. They used to do it every time. And I could never understand when they do it. I'm like, maybe it's what I need.
I have the same thing when I do the Texas flip. I have to put on like a weird accent and go Texas flip, and then say that every time I do it.
Dude, I do the same thing.
Do you guys want to see my cool disc, by the way? It was dyed by my friend in the Netherlands, Jeroen.
Oh, what does it say?
Ask me about my butthole.
Oh yeah, you've shown me this one. Oh no,
It's the greatest.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, can I show some people some cool photos that I took in Exmouth?
No,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The place formerly known as Mouth.
When we asked you how your trip was, this was the time that you should do these things.
Can I also bring up a spicy thing too, Ben? What did we learn from our conversations with Reese today about our episode from 2 weeks ago?
That you learnt a lot?
That we learnt a lot, but also that our boss didn't tell us how he went.
Our partner in crime, the third amigo, the third musketeer.
Our me bro,
because you guys said it was awesome, and I trust you.
Yeah,
but I was waiting. I was like, come on! I want feedback.
I know.
We were really, really proud of ourselves.
I told you, it's still in the queue of things to do. I wish I had watched it before this so I could comment. Because
there's been so many in jokes today too that you just wouldn't get now because you haven't watched the last fortnight's.
Well, okay. Can I rebuttal on what I was actually doing while I was not here?
Yeah. So while you weren't here,
I was looking at this guy.
Wow.
Swimming with this guy.
That's pretty cool. That is a whale shark for everyone who doesn't know, isn't it? 10 meters on the Ningaloo Reef.
And that's huge. That's bigger than me.
When you put your so this is a wide angle lens, obviously, but when you put your eyes into the water, it's just all dark. And then your eyes suddenly go, oh, this entire span of what I'm actually looking at is a fish. And I'm blown away by its mass. Like, it's so big. These little fish are like this big. Those little yellow ones.
Really?
Yeah, they're huge. They're like that big. Anyways, these are some other photos I took as well. There's a gorge there.
This one's money. Like, that's just beautiful.
You'd
think you're in America or something.
What do you got? You got a pun for this one?
No.
Oh, damn. It sparkles.
It does sparkle.
There you go. How do I go back to the other scene? Is it here? There we go. Oh, look at this.
You know what's weird, though? They call them lighthouses, but they look real heavy.
Oh, my gosh. That's so good as a dad joke.
You're welcome.
Oh, I wish I had that. Oh.
See, the thing is, right, I've worked in social work for the last 12 years. I've been like the fake dad to so many kids. I've got dad jokes out the yin yang, man.
The worse the dad joke, the better it is for me.
I love it.
That's how I roll.
There's a period of time where I worked at this international clinic over in the Netherlands, and I was standing in front of like groups of like 20 plus, like 13 to 25-year-olds trying to help them turn their life around and whatever. And like there was one of my favorite moments was standing there in front of them and the whole extended community of like 40-something plus people and doing the most long-winded joke about telling someone that I was trying to help a friend start a sheep farm after they gave me this like real kind of like self-pity sad story that ended with sounds like a you problem. I literally dragged this thing on for like 3-4 minutes and everyone's like locked in just like, oh wow, like, you know, like
serious
waiting for the last story.
Ooh, hello.
Hey, this has never happened to me before. And then just watching everyone's face just slowly turn to cringe as they realize that
whoopsies, I didn't know that was going to turn him off as well. I thought I'll just move him from the chat. Turned him off. I've got a good one for you. Ben,
jokes.
Whilst he's fixing his camera.
Yeah.
What do you call Woolworths when it burns down?
Not so worth. What is
Coles.
Nice. That's great.
See, the worse it is, the better it is. That's how
I like
that's
it.
how I roll. That's how I roll.
Can't believe I didn't think about that.
Oh, all right, boys. Well,
what does Woolworths say to Coles?
Oh, what? I'm on
Aldi.
fire. Oh, Haldy.
Just made that up.
You forced that.
Yeah,
I did force that. I stretched it out. Can we move on to
Vic, let's do something. A disc golf. Let's do something.
Vic Open.
Vic Open.
You mean here's one that I prepared earlier?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Good name.
So, guys, do you know Ryan?
I've never met Ryan, and oh dear, why haven't I? It seems like such.
Do you think when anyone if it writes him a letter, it just feels like they've written his name backwards?
Yeah, dear Ryan. Oh no, dude.
Sorry,
Ryan. Sorry, Ryan in advance.
Sorry. We should make stickers for the podcast for anyone that we just accidentally insult with our lame humor. Just send them a sticker of all three of us.
Sorry,
with our faces done. Sorry.
With that, I heart Ryan. I heart Ryan. Ryan Hart.
Yeah, no, that's good. The Heart Foundation.
Oh yeah, nice.
I pushed it.
Speaking of,
you got anything for Patrick Robinson?
Speaking of Ryan Hart, if you can go onto his third round, Dabby, he sent it, and he came from the first round. He was second last, and then he brought it back to third.
49. He got the hottest round of the weekend?
Yeah.
Is that Ryan Hart?
11 down.
Is that round 3?
Whoa!
Wait, what?
Oh, with a bogey.
With a bogey, 11 down. He
sent it.
He sent it, and I don't know what
26 rated round.
I don't know what happened to the ratings, but
that should be way better.
It should be way better. Some of those ratings were terrible. When does 978 of event rating? It was 987, I think, for his event for Ryan Deere. When does that win a Australian major in the last sort of 12 months?
That is a bit weird, right? Maybe Vic Open didn't, and there's probably people here who went to Vic Open who can comment, but maybe they had too many lower divisions in the same course layout.
I figured maybe they had split layouts and there wasn't that many in the top, but even still, I feel like that 11 down should be a lot higher than 1026.
Dude, that should be close to 1045 or something.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, even the fact that there's 2 strokes difference between Paddy and Ryan Deere, and it's 20-point rating difference.
Yeah, but 10 points per is about right.
And then an extra.
But then there's 6 strokes difference between Ryan and Ryan, and it's only I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's actually confusing. There may be someone here from Vic that went to Vic Open can contest. Maybe the course was easy and there's just conditions. I have no idea, but that, you're right. That should be way better. So,
yeah, but well done.
I know.
Yeah, well done, Ryan Deere.
Well done. Again, if anyone knows Ryan, that's the first I've actually heard of Ryan himself, and I'm quite impressed. That must be a breakout win for him. So
yeah, I had no idea he was even on the.
No idea.
Yeah. If any of his near and dear friends could reach out to us.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Are you do you think it's genuinely
dear
cringe?
Lord.
Is it genuinely cringe, or do you find it endearing?
No, I like it. I'm impressed by it.
So endearing? Or?
I was going to buy him on our Disc Golf Australian Fantasy League, but he was too dear.
Actually, that's the question.
Open the bag. That Hold My Bag. That new thing that they've brought out. Actually,
what's that about?
Open the bag. Hold My Bag. It's called Hold My Bag. It's a new fantasy disc golf league.
Okay, it's disc golf, right? It is disc golf, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, fantasy disc golf.
Is it disc golf?
Yeah, is it disc golf?
Yeah, right.
I was going to say, last time I played that, I was called a homo, but anyway.
Hold My Bag. Really? Is there something I'm missing?
I don't know. I think Ben.
Sorry.
That word. But I have a question on this. So, because that's part of the new, was it gambling? There's a bit of gambling that's been involved in disc golf
I don't know.
now.
Is Hold My Bag a part of the gambling? I thought it was just fancy.
I think, I don't know. Oh, maybe, I'm not sure. I know that there is betting now on the professional tours.
I think it's King's Bets or whatever it's called. They're doing bets for disc golf now.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
Not
not yet.
Me either. Like, I just feel like it could turn dark. But
So someone could pay someone out in disc golf. There's not enough money yet.
Yeah.
So the pay that someone could be paid out to be bought for a bet is easy to do to win a bet, if that makes sense. So if that's the sport.
I feel like disc golf is still also small enough that if that happened, it would be figured out. And the sort of people who probably would throw around for money are not at the top. I don't know. I don't know.
You think so?
Don't know. I like to think the best, you know.
Have a look. Have a think about some of the pros. Like you got to remember they're.
Okay, we were calling out Benny before, right? Go on, name your thing. Who do you think in the Pro Tour, Reese, would throw around for cash?
Is that someone who said that in the thing?
No, that's you. You were saying, you were saying to Benny, say it how you speak your mind when he was asking about the Floppy innuendos. Who do you think?
So I think I'm not going to actually name names because I can't. It's not a name that would come to mind. But you got to remember.
Name.
No, listen. There's a tour. There's a top 10 in disc golf that are making they're making 150 plus a year. Some into the millions, right? If they go into the higher top. The guys just below that are making a whole lot less. They're in vans. They're like,
but what could they do?
What do you mean? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that do get into positions where they can win. Casey White is a perfect example. Like, I'm not saying him as a person would do it. I'm not like as the guy. I'm just using him as an example. He's probably earning 50 to 80 a year, so it's enough for him to go on the road. It's enough for him to tour. It's enough for him to have free discs and stuff like that. But it's not enough to make huge bank. And he's competing against players that are making $1 million a year. If someone was to walk up to him and be like,
take a baseball bat to Aaron Gossage's knee.
No,
50
G if you get into position to win, but you lose instead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I get it, but I'm just trying to think of like what are you betting on for that to happen? Like certain players to sit outside of
the better is
something. I don't know.
Yeah, the better's betting something against him, so he has to lose and has to throw it. Like,
yeah,
I feel like this happens in every sport.
No, it does, and it 100% does. It's
like you look at like I'm gonna take like the NRL and be like the state of origin where it's just like the Blues win, then Queensland wins, and then there's a decider. If there's no decider, that you don't get as many fans and people go into games. But if there's a decider, then it's going to sell out that stadium. I'm just using that as an example, but
it's very much more corporate level. But like,
he's saying that there's a conspiracy theory that Blues or the Maroons throw games for the game 3.
Yeah, I'm interested to know what you feel about that.
Possibly.
You zoomed in on Ben.
What? Oh, did you want the zoom?
I like that. That's a good. Oh,
you want it? You can have it.
There you go.
Look, yeah, I don't know. Again, just trying to be a bit purer on the sport and hope that people aren't doing that stuff. But I mean, yeah, maybe you're right. For me, it's just like, I don't know how those lower level players would have anything worth betting on that people could make money.
It's not them betting; it's people betting. It's people coming who are trying to make money betting. Coming.
No, okay, I get that, but I'm like, I don't know what you could like bet on about that person who's probably going to sit outside the top 10. Like,
most of the time, yeah, in that situation, yeah. But like, I don't know. I think there's a. It also, I think in disc golf, that's another thing to talk about is that the pay structure right now in disc golf is a bit wonky. Like, there is those players who are like here making enough to tour, and then there's people who are just living large and
driving Porsches.
There's nothing in between. Like I understand that's in every sport, but disc golf I think grew too fast in that realm, and I think that's probably one of the things that affects it a little bit. So
you think disc golf should be like communists?
We've got this. We've got this here. Oops, did you put that up? Yeah, sorry. So betting on obscure sports is actually a big thing, and I'd be surprised if gambling hasn't already happened for ages. I don't think DGP should encourage. I 100% agree. Like I think
who's JG? Just by the way, I've seen it pop up a fair bit. And I'm trying to like go through names. So can you just say your name so we can be like know who you are? Thanks.
Yeah.
Continue.
It's Jose Gonzalez, the Swedish folk singer.
Swedish. Jose is sweet. Am I missing something?
Swedish. Jose Gonzalez is. I know. What, he's saying that he's not Swedish because his name's Jose Gonzalez?
Yeah. That's what I'm.
Is that what you're saying, Reese?
Yes, I am saying that.
Is that what you're saying, Reese?
Yes. Zoom in on me. Yes.
And again, just to throw it out there because this is a thing. Talking about gambling and stuff can bring up things for people. So
yeah, we do apologise if you've been triggered by anything we're talking about with the gambling. I personally don't condone gambling on disc golf yet. I don't like
it. Again, like it's like I'd like to see. I love the image, like everything about disc golf because it is a bit smaller. Feels like you're a part of it all, right? And then I think like the idea of the fact that there's like big money coming in and gambling coming in now.
I agree. I'm not a fan of it. Not a huge fan at all. No.
Yeah.
Can I do a shameless plug, guys? My new merch.
That's pretty cool.
Disconnection is baseball jerseys. We got
that looks really good, and I recently got mine yesterday from Reese. That's why it's recently. It is very good fabric. I'll say that.
Yeah, I did splurge on the dual liner, so it's like a more of a baseball style.
Can I ask?
You hit that one at the park. Anyone
who buys that jersey and we're all together in the same place, we have two options. One, we can go to a 60s themed diner and all hang out and drink milkshakes.
Sounds good.
Or two, we can just rock up at some small local level baseball league and invite ourselves to play.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Perfect. Show us the back, he says. Show us the back.
Ooh.
Number 25. What year is it? Oh, cool. Thanks. I get asked that so much. Why the number 25? Like it's 2025.
I would have gone with 69. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but
yeah. Then you thought I'm an adult.
It's true. It's true.
Do we want to recap on the group Kansas 43rd Kansas results?
Yeah, I'm keen. I have no idea. Are you talking about Kansas? You talking about?
Benny's got. I think Benny wants to do. There's a specific shot that Ben can't wrap his head around too.
Oh yeah. There was a.
So the results. Is this working by the way? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, yep. I'm doing my job. Davy gets another point for picking.
Yeah. If you guys notice that this guy that I put bet all my pink slips on, he just seems to keep like winning or being in really good positions.
I'm in a decent position down here, but it's not as good as that there.
Damn it, man.
Yeah. Who did you go?
AB.
Yeah, he's too young to be like consistent.
What do you mean? Cannon Burr's younger than him.
No.
You twat.
Cannon Burr is quite obviously way more mature than AB.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. That was done on my behalf.
You were just trying to sell.
No, Kristen though. She must have taken the day off.
No, Holland Hanley is who I picked.
There's a one. There's points.
Yeah.
Kristen.
What happened now, Dabby? What happened now?
Oh, as if she's not still going to be at the top of the table at the
what happened now, mate?
end of the season.
No.
What happened is you got hope. That's going to hurt you later.
The last round of this was only 9 holes due to bad weather.
Yeah, true.
And this
looked like a sick course though.
It did look so much fun.
Yeah.
This point here is where I thought Paul Macbeth might actually catch him because it looked impossible, and then all of a sudden, he was catching him, and then Gannon Burr pulls this out. Hang on, I've got to switch.
You've got a video for us. Look at you go, Ben.
Can you see this?
Hot take: Gannon Burr will win more world titles than Paul. Oh,
ooh, how do I get rid of that?
Can you see this?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it. Good. Go press play.
It's not raining.
Not raining's wonderful.
Oh, this is such a tight line. So he needs to almost put the.
Oh, Benny, what did you do?
Oh, Benny.
Just when he was about to throw it.
What?
Benny, you turned it off.
Oh, I didn't. It's still going.
No, it's not on our side. Your screen's turned. The screen sharing's off here.
Got it.
Paul.
Go back.
Paul,
Go back,
what a
Ben.
shot.
Oh, my goodness.
You ruined it.
Okay.
What? Wait, it's a replay. Let's just watch the replay.
All right, you can stop dancing on the green. That was awesome.
Nah, play it from the start. The way Paul Murray breaks it down.
Right?
Yeah, well, just don't dance out of the circle.
Yeah.
You dance on the green, don't dance off the green.
That is nuts.
Just pushes the height as high as he could.
How far
Gets
is
a
that?
nice react. I think it's a.
So I watched this. I don't know how to switch it back to us guys. So you guys click that button.
I hope yeah.
I watched this on the Disc Golf Network, right? And they said, "Oh, he's picked that line perfectly." And then I think Yuli even said, "Oh, he's going to go the inside gap." That inside, like, was he trying to go through those trees to get to that basket? Like,
yes.
I don't
Play it back.
No way.
Play it back. It looks weird, but when you see the reverse angle, he's throwing it straight down the fairway. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he
cuts trees.
He's throwing it in the general direction of that fairway. Yes, but he's going through that full left-hand side with all the trees there.
Getting lucky with the weather so far. Pretty nice. Not raining.
Into that
not raining's wonderful.
area.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, this is such a tight line. So he needs to almost put this at a roller angle.
It goes on the inside of the
fairway.
That's
on the
right.
different fairway.
Cut it inside. Bang.
No,
watch the reverse. Watch the reverse.
I think he got
Paul, what a shot.
Oh, my goodness.
No, he came down that fairway.
Okay. All right. You can stop dancing on the green. That was awesome.
You can dance all you want if you're going to be in a circle, right?
Yeah, well,
From
just don't
this
dance
spot?
out of the circle.
Yeah.
Dance on the green.
Davey,
that makes sense.
That doesn't. That's the gap is not there. Like, see here.
Yeah.
There's trees.
Well, obviously, the gap's there because he made it. I'm telling you, there's a different fairway there.
You think he was trying to go through this?
Don't dance
point
off the green.
here.
Well, Yuli calls
Just
it.
pushes
maybe.
the height as high as he.
Look at the reverse angle. Okay, so go back to it, right? And you see like when it's starting to turn and straighten out, right? It's aiming down the guts of that.
Yuli actually says he's got to throw it on a roller angle. So quite possibly, dude. If he wasn't throwing it at Yuli, it must be. If Yuli's saying that, there must be something we're not seeing in this angle.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Pushes the height as high as he could.
Well,
Gets a nice react. I think it's a nice react.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know that course at all, but to me, it just feels like
it looked like he was throwing it at some trees and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched Joe Mez with Gannon the other day, and the what's it called? Marked up practice round.
Yep.
That's what they call it. All in consensus that Gannon Burr is the luckiest disc golfer at the moment. They were all laughing about it, joking, and Gannon's like, "What are you talking about?" And everyone's laughing. He's like the most lucky. He gets the most lucky kicks and stuff. Maybe, I don't know. Like,
that's like there's luck and there's being in the top 5 of most tournaments.
I just feel like I'm not one of those people. When I'm throwing it into trees, it generally hits a tree. But I know, like, if Boat's watching, this guy, he's like must hug the trees or like say hello to him. I know he says hello to him. But the guy, like, if it hits a tree, it's like it's bouncing in the direction or going in the basket for an ace somehow.
Do you think that there's like a thing where if like you're throwing them well and they're kind of in the lane most of the time, the room for error when you're hitting those things. It's like,
sure.
I don't know.
So what you're saying, I'm a shit.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it out loud, but if you want to do it, that's fine.
Davey, does this open up wounds of pine lines where we played on a card against, I'm not going to say any names, but
we won't say the name of that big Estonian dude who we played with, who's lovely, but got kissed the entire round.
I know who you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. Dude, and you broke my soul.
I remember you say at one point, because you were like battling out with him, I think, for like top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I think it's deep throat.
Deep throw.
Deep throw.
Deep throw, man. It's called deep throw.
Deep throw. Sorry, deep throw.
Snip. Oh, how do I put a cue here to put a bloody thing for later?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. He got kissed and there was a deep throat.
Deep throw. Sorry.
Oh, no.
This one's turned over, as it does, because it's throwing downhill severely.
And it's OB on that year. It was just all
goes, how deep, Davey? So deep.
Yeah.
And then kicks a tree and comes all the way back out. And it was just like, Davey that was the straw that broke the camel's back, where he just goes, come on, you've been doing this all day.
I'm just like, because I think there was a couple of them where it was like genuinely bad throw, aiming into the abyss, would kick out. And there was once or twice where that happened where he fist bumped, and I was like, nah. You don't fist bump those.
Nah. Dude, you know what's crazy is I've got a photo of the person you're talking about on your card on the next hole.
Yeah.
So the next hole is Stu's Rock Garden. It's very similar, just smaller, and it's a 90 or 80 meter shot uphill.
Yeah.
And I've got a photo where he's throwing it and going like this with his hands.
Yeah.
And then another photo going.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to put it on the next cast.
Yeah,
dude, I've got it.
Please.
I've got that photo.
And if you watch this video and you know who you are and you have an issue with us bringing it up next week, please reach out to one of us. But I think for the fun of the sport, it's like, I mean, tree love is a thing, right? Like and some days you just get it. And that day he got it.
I never get it though.
And
but you know what I think it is? I think
go on, say again.
No, like it's like maybe just like everyone knows me is very philosophical. You don't remember the good ones. You only remember the bad ones. You don't remember when you've been kissed. You only remember when you've been cut, effed. You know, like it's like
trauma. You remember memories of trauma more than not.
Yeah.
So
like I have in my head playing. I remember this playing like precisely throwing my favorite new half that I just got dyed at a course in like Dortmund in Germany, and like throwing it well and truly away from the water at a hole. Straight, was puring it was fine, and then Ghost Branch out of nowhere kicked like 40-foot right, went to the middle of a scummy pond that I would never get.
Just top pond.
Tennis ball, perfect tennis ball die. Looked like the top of a tennis ball. It's still to this day like it tear wells up the back of my eye. But I think
dude, I think the like ghost branches trigger me so much.
Yeah, dude.
You're like, oh, yep, sweet. I've got this. So good. You're like, your mind's like, and then what? Where's my disc going? All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Into a scummy pond in Germany.
It was. Yeah. Rest in peace.
JG's calling me out. He's saying I'm just shit.
Who is? We asked him who he was, and his response was,
"I'm not arguing."
More abuse.
I like it. Oh, who was that guy?
Who was that guy? We found out who it was.
Did you find out who it was?
We found out, and I will out that man. It was David Flew. with one of his 50 million alternate YouTube accounts or whatever it was.
It was a Camden boy, just as we thought.
He was one of the Camden boys made an alt account and then was
what was his name again?
Bert something.
Bert No.
Oh, that's right. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, we held. This is how we started this podcast.
Jack was on there before.
Yeah, Jack had Jack Gannon.
Or is it Jack Lemon?
The way we
Jack,
start, yeah.
Jack has 2 accounts, maybe.
Or it's Jack Lemon. I don't know. Anyway.
Wait a second.
But someone jumped in before too, really quickly to wrap up, asking if we were going to talk about the President's Cup.
Champions Cup.
Yeah. So we already talked about kind of a boy Dave Perry being in the mix. Is this the one with like the matchups in the? It's the first major of the year, right? Benny?
What can I say?
It was on today, dude. It was on today, and I know what happened because I saw someone on my Instagram holding a thing up, and I don't want to say anything because I hate.
Why not?
Well, I don't want to give spoilers away for the people watching. Like,
just say spoiler alert and then say it.
I haven't even watched it. Is it?
Nah. No, I won't. It's not the. It's just the champions. Just the versus America.
Oh, the battley thing. Oh, right.
It's not
the
thing. I'll leave you to it. You can watch it on your own.
I mean, I kind of want to talk about that. No,
we can talk about it. I'm just saying that if we, you don't want to out the person.
I just wanted to be like, because it's USA versus Europe.
Yeah, I mean,
and the same results happen over and over again.
Oh, now you said it.
Yeah, you said it, Ben.
But you know what? It's got to be said. And now they said it.
But it's got to be like when they get one back, and it's coming. Like honestly,
but it's not,
finish
but
disc golf.
But that's what I thought. Like
it's coming, man. Like that. Look, I think that the US players and USA disc golf is used to kind of being in the spotlight. Has been for a while. The level of like competition play over there has just been around for a lot longer. I think a lot of the Finns are like still kind of getting used to being in that space, I guess, a bit. There'll come a day where winning is just normal for them, and I think a lot of those Finnish boys are going to like romp the scene.
I was just talking to someone about this the other day. Finland's disc golf scene, they've probably got their own Jomas. They've got everything. We just don't know nothing about it because I've got a whole nother world of disc golf that anyone's prepared for yet.
If you ever want to make yourself sad as an Australian disc golfer, look at the map of Australia on UDisc, and then look at the map of Finland.
This is how UDisc. I did it. This is how I found out.
It breaks your soul. They have more courses in like the same like space of like, I don't know, your local area.
London.
They have more. Yeah, they have more courses in that area than we probably have in our country.
Yeah,
it's insane.
It is.
Playing a bunch of like international tournaments and stuff over in Europe too. Like out of nowhere, some random 15-year-old Finnish kid will come in and just romp everyone.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I think that they're not ready. I agree.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is when you go, people that come from Finland come here and you talk to them about their bag, they're like almost somewhat anti-Innova.
Yeah. Like, I know that for like Finland and not as much as but for Finland for the longest time they were all like prodigy everything. I think that's mixed up a bit now. I think Seppo Paju had a big role in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's not one mold, one brand, I guess, that's super popular. Like it does seem to be a bit more of a mixed bag.
It's more House of Discs than anything.
More
Lat 64 and all
that. That's right around the corner. All of it's from Sweden.
Yeah, so
probably shipped there super cheap as well.
Oh man,
imagine.
I think the shipping from this is a whole nother chat if everyone wants to ever hear about it. But the shipping from the US and Europe to get discs here, if anyone wants to know why the prices of the discs are the way they are, I'll tell you what the shipping costs, and then you'll be shocked because it's more than the disc itself. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. But anyways, boys, it's an hour and 4 minutes in. This was meant to be just
I also want to say, for context, at this, like literally 2 hours ago, Reese was questioning whether or not we'd have enough to talk about, and I was like, "Mate, you've just got to trust in the ramble." And we'll get there.
He's true. I did say that, and you're right. I'll never second guess you again.
We
can always talk.
15 minutes talking about our grips on discs, like.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that too, and I think like it's our first within our first 5 kind of podcasts. It's really important that we share a bit about ourselves and what we do, and
and also for all the viewers, if you want us to talk about something else, then speak up and let us know. Please. So we can have something to bring to the table for you, the listener. And we can then, improve our game. So let us know. Please let us know what you want us to talk about, and we'll get. And
I'll save for the next fortnight. We'll have a mailbag ready to go.
A mailbag.
It's
a Jimmy's
house. An email account for this that you can send stuff through.
Yeah, sick. That'd be good. Definitely.
And
all right, peeps. We've got buying discs from Your Store is actually not that expensive, dude.
Yeah,
dude, buying discs from the Lat64 website to Australia is actually not that bad.
Really,
I don't want to unsell myself out of disconnection, but if you're buying direct from Lat64, it's actually not that bad, surprisingly. I think that they're losing on shipping, weirdly enough. I think they know it. I don't know why. Anyways, but yeah, guys, as Jimmy says, we are early conceptions of disc golf. We're still throwing rivers in our podcast. We're throwing rivers and flippy
I've
discs.
been throwing a river since I started playing disc golf, mate.
In metaphorically speaking about.
Oh, I think you meant like the disc river.
Yes. No, I was talking about in terms of our podcast. We're still throwing rivers and we're still throwing flippy discs. All right,
mate. I'm still putting the swans.
Swans? Are you really?
No.
Okay.
Man.
I just testing you. All right, boys. Are we cool to end it off here?
Yep.
Yeah. See you, everyone.
Thank you very much for watching. See you guys.